Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Foster Lee. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey, man, if it's your first time checking in my YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe and you share this video with as many people as you can. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Appreciate y'all for being my loyal followers and subscribers. Thank you again. We just recently hit 2,600 subscribers. Man, that's amazing. I never thought I would be able to do that this quickly, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's get straight to it. Okay, in this video, what I'm gonna talk about is, you see I got my baby boy with me, per usual. In this video, what I'm talking about is the importance of investing in yourself, right? Investing in your intellectual property, investing into your understanding of the unknown. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of different ways you can invest. You can invest your time, you can invest your money, you can invest your energy. So what I mean by investing into your intellectual property is investing into your understanding of the things that you don't know yet. Right now, the world is changing with the development of digital currencies and digital trading platforms. The way we spend and earn our money is totally different than anything we've ever experienced in our lives. Unless you're like 5 years old, 10 years old, you've probably been around since the entirety of this thing. But so what I mean by that is currency is digital currency. We're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about NFTs. At my last video, I was talking about NFTs or non-fungible tokens. We're talking about all these things that are coming about in our lives that are changing the dynamic in the ways that we spend our money. Okay. Now, being able to understand these things seem a little bit overwhelming at first when you don't know, but all it takes is a YouTube video or two to start downloading the information and learning about it. All right. So what I'm speaking on right now is coding and understanding how to mine for certain cryptocurrencies, because being able to understand it, then you can get a grasp of it, and then you'll be able to teach yourself and then be able to teach others how easy it really is. It's not a hard thing, not a hard concept to attain once you start understanding the fundamental ways of how it works. Okay. Now what I did was start looking into different types of cryptocurrencies, which ones are the best, which ones have been around the longest. What I did also was look into some how-tos, look up some videos of how to trade cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency? What is Bitcoin? What is Ethereum? What is XRP? All these different things. And you can find out information real easily with just a Google search. But the thing about the intellectual property is that once you start learning and unlocking your brain to these things that you don't know, everything becomes easier. Everything you start like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, now I just got to get this wallet to put money into this wallet and transfer this, convert dollars into this type of coin. And you also can create your own coin. Once you learn about how to create cryptocurrency or how to code, you realize that everything is just a digital copy of reality. A cryptocurrency is a digital form of money. It's exactly how money is looked in the physical realm, but it's just made in a digital space using binary 1s and 2s and 3s and a whole bunch of different numbers and a sequence of the blockchain that makes it so that it's hard to duplicate unless you have somebody's keywords and their codes to get into their wallets. All right, now this video that's coming up is some of the stuff that I've been learning. My girl has put me on to some of the things. She's taking coding classes. She's learning a bunch of things about crypto trading and how to invest your time and your money into making profit in that sector. All right, so get to the video and pay attention. Maybe take some notes. Holla.
So anything that's in the physical world, we can make a digital representation of it. It's a really powerful concept. So I want us to appreciate that. Like, that's serious.
My girl put me on right now to this coding class, so I'm learning a new skill. I'm trying to, wow,
we're getting the most speed
take care of my baby
out of these smartphones, right? Out of these computers, out of these smart devices, whether it's a smart fridge, a smart washer, a smart thermostat. That's where we're getting most of our real daily utility out of. So us as developers, as visionaries, as creators, we can come up with ways to say, here's a new way to use this thing. Here's a new way to do this on a digital level. I know you like riding a bike. I know you like exercising, but here's a way to do it digitally. I know you like to watch plays, but here's a way to do it digitally. So that's our goal. So that's the algo part of the algo trading camp. Now we also, of course, have some examples of what coding is. Coding is anything you can think of, man. Everything around us right now has some kind of code inside of it. It's really crazy. So it's really wild because you're holding code in your hand right now, right? If you on the keyboard, that's code, right? You connected to it because behind every single keystroke is some kind of code telling the computer what to do, right? If you're holding a phone and you're scrolling, you're really just scrolling through a bunch of code with a pretty interface on top of it. All right, it's everywhere around us. When you're looking at that TV, you see these visions of people dancing or people on a stage telling jokes or one of your favorite series. But really behind that is some kind of code that is really bringing that vision to life, right? When something was recorded on a camera, right, that's all going to film, digitized now, and going to our computers, straight to TV, straight on these streaming platforms, right? That's code being streamed. Autonomous cars, video games, it's everywhere, okay? I really just want everybody to keep that in mind. Now that's half of algo trading. The other half of the algo trading is the trading aspect. And what trading is just this whole, I would say, incredible, right, opportunity, because you know how quick the government is to make something illegal, right? They say, oh no, this is gambling, or this is something illegal because there's too much risk involved. And there's still some of that here, but for the most part, these people have been able to create their own industry to gamble on a legal level. So more and more individuals like us are waking up to it, and they know that, so they're still trying to exploit and take our money. Like the casino, you know, they say the house always wins. So I want our people to know early on that we need to be careful. We can't go in here blind. This is a bigger market where some big players are in it, and we need to play accordingly. You can't jump into somebody else's game and change the rules, right? When we see kids do that, we say, what are you doing? You're being selfish, you're being narcissistic. Follow the rules. Now, it's nothing wrong with getting really good at it and then changing the rules as you get in it, right? You can definitely learn the rules to break the rules and change the rules. Nothing wrong with that. But first, get in there good, understand what's happening, and then come in with the right move, okay? So trading essentially is just buying a product and predicting that the price will go up or down. And when you guess correctly, you make money. That's all we're trying to do here. We're gonna just buy something, and we're gonna predict whether it's gonna go up or go down. And then once it does go up or go down in our direction, we sell it, and we don't want anything to do with it anymore. We're good. We take our profit and we go. All right? That's how we do it. Some examples of what you can trade, what we're talking about, because we all know you can trade anything. Our people used to trade all kind of commodities on the Nile River, across camels in Africa. Our people have been trading for centuries. So this isn't anything new. But granted, they created a different type of trading, and I want us to understand how it all works. Right now, we're going to focus on one type of trading, which is called Forex trading, but there's other things you can trade. Like you can trade stocks of a company, meaning you can buy a percentage of a company, right? Let's say you really like, get an example, a good example. It's this app called Calendly. I don't know if you ever heard of Calendly, but it's a way for you to send your link to somebody and then they can schedule something on your calendar. Okay? This company is getting really big. It's also black owned, and they may be doing an IPO soon, meaning they're going to make their company investable to the whole public. So you can buy a stock, shares in their company. So when Calendly goes public, you can own a percentage of it. That's called a stock. So that's really cool. That's something you can actually buy it at one price, and then later on when that company gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and they make more money and they do more successful things and they become more widely accepted, the price of that stock is going to go up, and you can make money as that price goes up. Okay, so if you bought it at $5 and now it's worth $100, you just made a huge increase on your first investment. And that's how most of these instruments go. That's how most of these financial trading instruments go. You buy something at one price, hope that it goes to another. You can also do the same thing with
and that happened with me with Microvision. It's a company. Check it. The ticker's MBIS. Microvision. I bought in at $1.86 a share. It's up to $14 a share now, and it's still going up.
$1 bill and hope that later on that dollar bill is worth more money. And we may not think about that day to day as we're handling money, but there's something about when you exchange money from one type to another. So when you go from one country to another country and you exchange your money, it's worth a different amount. So that's what we'll be talking about today. So again, what is algo trading? Okay, what is algo trading? Now that you know what algorithms are, you know what trading is, right? How do those two things come together? So with algorithms, we can code and tell the computer what to do. With trading, we look at the computer and we make trades. We look at these charts and we say when to buy and when to sell. So with algo trading, we can make those two things work together without us even being involved. Okay, we don't even have to be involved. So literally, we can say computer, charts, talk to each other with the code, and automatically trade. Okay, so I'm just going to do this big build up to how does that look, but we're going to keep focusing on what is algorithms and what is trading throughout the weeks. Okay, just so you really get those down pat. You know how to write an algorithm, you know how to do some trading, and then you'll see how to eventually automate the two together. I'm not going to show this video today, but thank you to everybody who's seen it already last week. You can watch it in week 1 again. So yeah, today we're going to jump into the Forex market. This is what you're going to see, what we call currency pairs. A currency pair pretty much is two currencies, right? Two currency, that's why we call it a pair, because remember a pair means two. So we have a currency pair, and we're going to bet that one of these currency pairs is going to go up in value and one is going to go down. So I know if we have any youth on here, you may not have traveled to another country or something like that, but if you take $1 over to Canada or to Europe, it's actually going to be worth less, okay? Your money's going to be worth less when you go to these other places. However, if you take your dollar down to Jamaica or Haiti, your dollar is going to be worth more, okay? So that's what we're trading. We're hoping that when we take it to another place, it's worth more or worth less. And it changes every day, all day. It may be today your dollar is worth $1.30 over here. Tomorrow it's worth $1.25 over there. So it can change up and down. So I'm gonna just show you these numbers and how they go up and down every single day, up and down every single day. And that's all we're doing. We're just going to hope. What the cool thing is, right? And I don't want to oversimplify this, but the cool thing is there's patterns in how the price goes up and down. That's why we trade. If it was just like super duper random all the time, we wouldn't be able to trade and make money off of it. But the cool thing is, just like everything else in this world, there's a pattern, right? And if you have the time and the patience, the discipline to start understanding these patterns, you will be rewarded. Okay. So when we look at this number here, this 1.30, what it tells us is we need 1.3 US dollars to get 1 euro. That's all that means. So this number, when you're going to see these numbers like 1.3 or 1.79 or 179.2, whatever it may be, just know that that number represents how many of this currency, which is the second one, do we need to get the first currency. All right, that's it. Shout out to everybody who tapped in, listening and learning. The heck is going on, my people? Yeah. All right, let me get some questions going real quick. If you got questions, now would be a great time to start asking them. I didn't know they were black owned. Definitely want to invest in them. Yeah, Calendly is definitely created by a black founder. Can you get in on the ground floor before the IPO? Yeah, some companies will let you get in, but that's like through private investing. That's if they open it up, they do something like seed rounds, seed A, seed B, what else? Yeah, so it's like when they do their private investment rounds, that's when you can get in. I meant to say seed round, Series A, and Series B. Some people even do Series C's. Spell the app, name of the app again, Calendly. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. Cool. Can the market analysis we are learning here be applied to stocks and cryptocurrency charts as well? Yes. Actually, today I'm going to show you some cryptocurrency. So everything we talk about is Forex, which is foreign exchange, which is all currency trading. Crypto is a currency, right? Most crypto is used as a currency, right? That's what we're talking about. Blockchain is different. That's like the underlying technology. But yeah, cryptocurrency, that's what we're going to do. So today we're going to do some, right? Today I'm going to show you how to trade some cryptocurrency. Will that 1.30 number always be the same, or does it change? It changes. I'm going to show you today how it just goes up and down. Because people are always buying. So the more people buying, the higher that number is going. The more people selling, the lower that number is going. Joshua said, based on the history and patterns, do certain currency pairs trade better, shorter or longer term? Long term. Everything trades better long term. Everything. In the short term, you can catch the same patterns. There's the same patterns on small term and long term for sure. But on a short term chart, it's more volatility, and the market can easily go up or down based on some news that happened today. Long term, the news doesn't affect it as much, because you may see a pullback on one day, but in the long run, in 6 months or 3 months or 3 years, it was really a small kind of hiccup. So long term is always better than short term. What website would you use to write Python code? I would suggest Replit, REPL.IT. I also suggest W3 Schools, and also you can download something called PyCharm for free. Okay, cool. So homework part 1 for everybody who did not do it yet, you're supposed to be looking up the definition to these vocabulary words, and then writing down your own definition. So what is an algorithm? What is crypto? What does it mean to be long? What does it mean to go short? What is blockchain, right? What is automation? I want you to look these words up, define them, and then post them on the website. We'll post a link in the chat. All right, somebody can from the team.
Do your homework and tap in.
So they can get access to upload so far. So,
all right,
so
let's be tapping into Bitcoin. Okay, it's at the all-time high, 46,000 right now. So pay attention.
So remember, we're trading crypto. We're trading crypto, but we're also doing Forex. So we're not just so everybody's on the same page about what's happening right now. We're looking at a chart. This is tradingview.com. Okay, tradingview.com. And what it's showing us right now is the price of Bitcoin in comparison to the US dollar. Remember, that's what Forex is. We compare currencies. So before I talked about comparing the US dollar to the euro, right now we're comparing Bitcoin to the US dollar. Okay? Bitcoin to the US dollar. Oh man, this is epic, guys. 46,450. Let's go. 46,450. What caused it to suddenly rise? Yep. All right, so people want to know what is the reason why Bitcoin is just surging like this? What happened, right? So there's a few different things that can cause a surge like this. There's a few different things, which is why we're here. So it can be something technical or something fundamental. These are the two things that we focused on, okay? Like sentiment would be inside of fundamental as well, so I'm not going to focus on that. But fundamental And we can do fundamental analysis, and we also can do technical analysis. So first, I'm gonna show you fundamental analysis. What that means is we go and we research Bitcoin, right? We research it. And Bitcoin fundamentals mean we look at the fundamentals of the instrument of what we're talking about. So the fundamentals of Bitcoin would be, what's the history of it? What's the current sentiment of it? How do people feel about it right now? Also, it would be, is it hot? Is it getting a lot of good press, or is it getting bad press? So if you just Google Bitcoin, of course, right now it's going to say a bunch of stuff like, oh yeah, this is perfect. So boom, the first thing that you see as far as Bitcoin is Tesla buys $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and plans to accept it in as payment. Okay, so Tesla bought a huge amount of Bitcoin, and what that showed was now the currency is now more accepted. Once again, another big company has accepted Bitcoin. So historically, Bitcoin has been up and down because at one point somebody may accept it, like a big bank may say, we're now accepting Bitcoin. So now the public can say, oh, I can now really buy Bitcoin, and it's going to have value, and it's going to be useful in places. So the more it's widely accepted on a social level, the more the value of it goes up in comparison to the US dollar. So remember, for $1 US, right, $1 US, you would need, like, only going to get you a percentage of a Bitcoin. You would need 46,000 US to buy Bitcoin. 46,000 US to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so this big surge jumped it from 39,000 once Tesla announced that they were going to be using that currency to accept payments, to 44. So it jumped up about $5,000 in less than a day, right? In less than a day, it jumped up. Now, another thing, as you see, it jumped up again. So now it's up to 46 from 44. So what was this other 2,000 about? So in my head, this is my prediction, is that a lot of this first surge was because of fundamental analysis, which is the news and what's happening in the public. This next surge was because of technical analysis. And what technical analysis is looking at the price and looking at the movement and the momentum and the volume. And people like us, day traders, we make trades. So we go and buy this just because it's going up, not because of the news or anything like that, but strictly because it hit a new all-time high. So some people only bought it because it hit a new all-time high, and they know it's going to continue to go up eventually before it comes back down. So a lot of people here just bought just for the short term, right? Just for the next hour, 2 hours, make a quick $1,000, $2,000, and then they want to get back out. Okay. We'll focus on a hoodie for y'all. No, I'm joking. Okay. So that's what just happened right here. So all of this initial action, and I'll draw a chart for you right here. Okay, so that right there, this was, to me, was all fundamental. This was just that this Bitcoin got a huge boost, huge promotion, thanks to Tesla, who said, you know what, we're going to support them. Okay, which is great for the people who are invested into Bitcoin. The people who are invested in going long, meaning they hope that the price of Bitcoin goes up, those people, they're eating. Right, those people's good. So this was great for them because their investment jumped up, maybe like, I don't know, what, 5 or 10%. Let me see. Okay, check it right here. I was seeing a trading view told me, but it jumped up a nice percentage just overnight. So this was all fundamental analysis, and then over here, this was technical analysis. So this was people buying. Also, some other like late people who heard the news late as well. They also were buying here, but a lot of this as well was like banks and traders like us who wanted to jump in and make money on these trades as they go up and go down. Okay, so that's the reason why we get these surges. That's why the price goes up. This is what affects the change in the price, okay? That was a great question to everybody who asked it. So once again, here we are marking up charts. This is what you're supposed to be doing for homework. Just trying to get some good idea of what's going on here. Like, where did this surge come from? Ask yourself that as well. So in some situations, you may not understand, like, why did this just go up? Maybe no news came out. If that's the situation, then maybe it was technical analysis, all right? And what you'll learn is that there's like these patterns that we can find. There's some cool patterns. Let me give you an example, right? Forex trading patterns, so you can see, right? And I'm not going to do this today and show you what it may be in here, because I think this will be an awesome homework assignment. Here you go, right here. So you can see what's actually, these are different patterns, right? So when you see the candlesticks, which are these things here, you see these things going up and down, up and down, up and down.
That's the reason Bitcoin is as high as it is right now.
They form patterns.
Stay tuned.